Alright, what's up everybody? Let people stream here. Impromptu live. Do I have the hat on backwards? There we go. We live! We live! We live! What's up everybody? I'll let people kind of stream on in here. This is, so here's the deal. We're going to do the regular live show tomorrow night. Because I got a really busy day tomorrow. I was planning on doing the regular live show tomorrow night anyway. I could probably make it home tonight for 9. I'm on the way back right now. But I don't want to rush it. And I kind of wanted to talk about tomorrow I have something different planned. Tomorrow I have court in the morning with the DCF moms. And then they're trying to take out an order on me. It's going to be hilarious. Anybody want to come to Worcester Court tomorrow? It's going to be good times. Then then I'm going to scooter over to Springfield at 2 o'clock for court with Big Black Jeffrey again. Trying to file a criminal complaint for wiretapping. See how that goes. Don't think it's going to go so well for him, but so that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow on the show. Tonight I was expecting to go a little differently, I'm not going to lie, because I thought that, we lived in an age where, you don't want your schools led by sexual deviants, especially when it's like documented undeniably in court. Not a good look. So here's the deal. I am on my way home right now from Easton, Massachusetts, where I attended the Southeastern Regional School Committee meeting because on the agenda tonight was whether or not they were going to censure the chairman, Anthony Branch, aka Tony Branch, aka 𝗕𝗏ecie 𝗶𝗄𝗆, aka a bunch of other names, whatever, that's what he does, he makes up names. And, runs up bad credit. He's just a complete degenerate. Anyway, so I'm coming home from there. And we're going to have the vote to censure. A censure is basically like an official condemnation from a government. It's not impeachment where they impeachment doesn't mean that much either. They can't remove you. Only the voters can remove him, basically. And this guy is not giving up. He does not care. He's a guy that is the chairman of the school committee. And he's divorced, and I pulled up his court records from Plymouth probate, which were public, and they still are. He's trying to get them impounded now. And they detail in there a lot of allegations from his ex-wife. Now, I understand that divorces are messy, and, not everybody tells the truth in divorce proceedings, and that's fine. But these allegations were substantiated by the judge. The judge specifically said, so Tony Branch claimed that his ex-wife, Evelyn Wiggins, he did not sleep with her until she turned 18 and they moved into a place together. The judge said that denial was not credible. Not credible. Therefore, you must have slept with her before she turned 18. This is not a rumor, this is not whatever, this is a judge saying this. So, I think that's pretty solid evidence. I think that's, I would feel comfortable with somebody like that leaving the schools. Never mind the fact that the man has had multiple restraining orders taken out on him. He was charged with weapons charges because he was in violation of a protective order against his ex-wife when his new girlfriend called the cops on him in DCF and alerted them that, oh yeah, he's got ammunition in the house that he never turned in. So, that's not good. So this is the kind of guy that we're dealing with here. So they're going to vote whether or not they're going to censure him, which again is just an official condemnation. It would remove him from the chair of the committee, I believe, because I don't know what power the chair has. I don't whether it's symbolic or not, but it would be basically them saying, we disapprove of you being here, dude, time to leave. You're not really welcome here anymore. And it would be a powerful message because it's probably never happened before. I'm going to go out and guess that this particular school district has never, I mean, when does this ever happen? So anyway, I go there, and it was supposed to be later on the agenda, but they put it first thing because Tony Branch wants to get this over with. He seemed really like he wants to put this to a vote. And one of the women on the committee named Sandra Sullivan, I don't know what, I think he's from, I think I should know these by now. He's not from the Bridgewaters. Maybe she's from Sharon. I don't hold me to that, but she's on the committee, and she says we would like to vote to censure the chair. And they wanted to do, first they talked about how they were going to do this. Are we going to do a roll call vote, or are we just going to vote yays and nays? Now, I think that they should have done a private, like, maybe not private ballot, but I feel like it influenced because Tony Branch brought the ministers tonight. Like, there was some guys there with, you know, other fake pastors there. And, you know, I think some people were intimidated by it. So they go to vote, and in a 5-4 vote, they vote not to censure him. The 4 votes that were in favor of censure was that woman, Sandra Sullivan, and they should be commended for this because it's the right thing. Stephen Uden, I think is his last name. I think he's from Foxborough. There was that other woman who I wrote about in the blog last week. She was one of the few that spoke out, and she's the only one that actually spoke on this. And she said, look, at this, her bottom line is this is a distraction. We're trying to pick a superintendent here and run the public schools, and we have this distraction that we don't need right now. And that's all this really comes down to, is that if you're Tony Branch and you're a decent person, you just step down and say, this is bigger than me. Me staying on is selfish. So they think this is all, you know, going away basically by voting yes. So there's 4 people. There's the woman, Uden, and then there was the other woman there, and then there was another guy that was not at the last meeting. I think he's the representative from Easton, but don't hold me to that. And he voted to censure. Then they voted who's going to vote not to censure, and they raised their hands. And I posted a picture of it on Facebook. Check it out. The 2 from Brockton, including Tony Branch. So it was a 5-4 decision, and Tony Branch was the deciding vote. Shocking verdict, I know. Shocking that he voted against that, I know. And it was the other guy from Brockton. I think his name is Gershon. We're going to find out about them. The other 4 people. Let me be very, very, very clear about this. We knew Branch was going to vote that way because he's a scumbag and he's selfish. There's no excuse for the other 4 people to do what they did. We're going to find out everything about them. Everything, where they work, everything. And we are going to make it clear to them and their employers, everything. I don't give a shit. You support a sexual deviant. You support a man who is credibly accused of child rape. You don't get to walk away from that. That is not an acceptable viewpoint. That's not an acceptable vote. Sorry. Believe me, I am going to label you as that. You might not know who I was. Oh, Turtleboy, what's that? You're going to find out real quick. Because the 4 people voted the right way. It wasn't that hard. It was like vote to censure the child rapist. Not that hard of a vote, really. But those other 4 people, that one woman, Robin Zoll from, I think, Stoughton. She was a wacky liberal, a feminist, allegedly. She voted for it. The woman from Mansfield. I forget her name. We're going to find her out. She does diversity, equity, and inclusion for a living. I guarantee she owns one of these hats. I guarantee she was against the confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh. I guarantee it. I mean, is there any doubt that we're supposed to believe women? Unless they're black, I guess. I don't know, because Tony Branch's victim is black, so maybe we just don't believe them. I guess that's the official policy of the Southeastern Regional School Committee. Believe white women. That is their official policy, I guess. Not black women, though. They're fucking liars. That was the message that was sent tonight. So, Yeah, they voted to do that. Now, so we're going to identify the 4 of them and shame them. And we are going to contact them like we've never contacted people before. And we are going to let them know. And we're going to find out when the elections are. And we're going to put people up against them. How hard is it to run against somebody who supports a child rapist? Not that hard. Pretty easy campaign strategy right there. Anti-child rape. Vote for me. Okay, sounds good. I'm down with that. And then, so basically, the smug look on Tony Branch's face when this went down, he knew it was going to be this. I guarantee he knew he had the votes beforehand. Just the way he wanted to get the vote over with. And the smug look on his face, I'll never forget it. Just like, okay, moving on. Now that that's over with, this silly, ridiculous rape thing. Let's move on to the budget. Nope. So next meeting, it's gonna be an event. We're gonna barbecue. We're gonna bring loudspeakers, and we are going to greet them as they come in, all of them. I'll be there an hour early. Megaphones, everything, to let them know you support a child rapist. Why do you support child rape, Robin Zoll? Huh? Why do you support child rape? Do you get a particular thrill out of that? And then we're gonna have. I talked to his victim was very disappointed in this. Let's just say that. And she's gonna be talking soon too. So I am disgusted. I am disappointed beyond belief by this. I mean, I thought for sure they were going to vote to censure. I'm like, how can they not? Especially after they, officially asked him to. The superintendent asked him to. And you were using union tactics now. Absolutely. I've always wanted to be a union thug. That's been my goal in life. I want to be a union thug. And now I am one. So we're going to go down. We're kind of using Monica tactics. Okay. We gonna protest. We gonna be at your front door. We gonna protest. We gonna protest. We gonna protest. So yeah, if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. Like, so hopefully some of you guys are down. I didn't even really publicize this. I wrote about it this morning. No. Next one, because I'm like, they're not gonna vote no. If I had known this was going to be closed, I would have organized a much bigger protest. So, yeah. I know a thing or two about them. Yeah, so anyway, the other thing I'm disappointed in is, where's the media? That's what they're hiding behind here. Oh, and this is the two beefs. The media and the fact that this was presented as social media posts. In light of social media posts, I'm so sick of them calling it that. It's a blog, not social media posts. And the blog's not the important part here. It's court documents. It's undeniable court documents saying these things. I'm not the one saying this. Judge Roberts was the one who found Tony Branch's allegation that he didn't sleep with an underage woman to be not credible. Not credible. So we're going to protest. We're going to protest. So the fact that they framed it as that is just, it makes it less credible, and where is the media with this? Where's the Brockton Enterprise? So I talked to a reporter last week at the Brockton Enterprise named Chris Helms. And Chris Helms said he was coming tonight. Wasn't here. No Chris Helms. No Brockton Enterprise tonight. What else do you have to cover in your towns? What else is there? How often does this happen? When an elected official is credibly accused of child rape, and in a contentious 5-4 vote, they vote not to censure him. How often does that happen? You're a small town newspaper. This doesn't pique your interest? This doesn't interest you at all, huh? Okay. We gonna protest. We gonna protest. So, anyway, I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything. I'm like looking straight forward. I can actually see the questions popping up. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, I can answer as best I can. What's with the hat? Well, I'm a feminist, man. I'm here. I believe women. You don't believe women? I believe them. especially when Tony Branch is the alleged. That guy's a perv. What is the date of the next meeting? So I'm gonna research all that. I'm gonna write a blog about this. Obviously, this is an impromptu live. I'm doing the real live show. If you're just getting it now, doing the real live show tomorrow night, because tomorrow I have a really busy day. I don't know if we're gonna have time to write any blogs tomorrow. I'm gonna try. I'll publish a Rancho Madness one, whatever. My schedule tomorrow is a day in the life of Turtleboy. Get my daughter on the bus, immediately get in the car, drive to Worcester, go to court with the DCF moms because they're trying to get a restraining order on me because I wrote about their shady nonprofit, which they think is harassment. It's not. So that I will do that. That sometimes if you're not the first call, if you're like, you sit there like 11 o'clock, we'll see how long that lasts. After that, quick lunch, something like that. I don't know. Get in the car. It takes me an hour and a half to get to Springfield from Holden. More like an hour and 20, hour and 15. But you want to be on the safe side. Because I got to go to Springfield for a criminal complaint hearing. In person, even though these are all supposed to be done on Zoom. This one, they wanted in person because they're alleging that I taped the last one, which I am not admitting to. We will see what evidence is presented in court for that. Because this is a wiretapping charge that Big Black Jeffrey is attempting to file. So how this works is, and this happens all the time to me. These losers go to the cops and they're like, hey, Turtleboy did this, Turtleboy did that. And the cops are like, yeah, that's not how the law works. There's no law broken here. He didn't do anything wrong. And they tell them, well, we can't charge him, but you're free to file a criminal complaint on your own if you want. And those never work. I mean, if the cops tell you to do that, they're basically telling you to waste your time. You have a right to do it, and they have to tell you that. But they know the law better than you do. And if they can't find anything to charge you with, then you're definitely not going to be able to find anything. And so you can go in front of a magistrate, and you can try to present evidence of probable cause. If there's ample probable cause there, then it can go, the magistrate can send it to a judge or the district attorney, and they will decide whether or not, the state will press charges. Now, that's unlikely. And so with this wiretapping thing with Jeffrey, what he's alleging there, allegedly, is that I, during a Zoom hearing on another bogus criminal complaint or harassment hearing, allegedly I took my phone out and taped my computer screen for a couple minutes. That's what he's saying. And that, well, how would he have that? How would he know that? How would he know that? Well, allegedly he's saying, we'll find out, but the answer is Christina Yakimovsky, who is basically just a huge whore, I would qualify her as. She brings great shame to her children. She lives in 9 Hollis Road in Uxbridge. She's just complete trash. And is a psychopath on top of that. She's facing 2 felony charges that she's going to plead guilty to. On April 29th, she will be a convicted felon. She has decided that, she's going to send Jeffrey and for me, anybody we talked about, we were in a group chat for a while, so anybody we talked about, she would just send them stuff. And so she doesn't care that Big Black Jeffrey is, a rapist. He raped a fucking girl. We had her on a show. It's undeniable. And he's just the ultimate sexual predator. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to help this guy. I'm going to help this sexual predator. Because that's the kind of person Christina Yakimovsky ultimately is at the end of the day. Hopefully her sons Tyler and Brady don't grow up like that, because they deserve a better mother than that. That is a horrible mother right there, to support a rapist like that. Anyway, she can go pound sand. So, I'll have that tomorrow. I'll go for my criminal complaint hearing. And I will, after that, come home and do the live show. And then I'll talk about what happens. I don't know when I'm going to have time to blog. On Thursday, I got something Thursday. I got a doctor's appointment Thursday. So that's nice. It's different. And then on Friday, I have court with asshole here, Branch. in Brockton. He's trying to get a harassment order on me over the same shit. But they wanted me to go to Brockton. I called them up. I'm like, I'm not going to Brockton. And they gave me a number to call. So I'm calling in with that one. So I'll have that here. So this is my life. This is what I do. I'd like to just write blogs. I mean, that's what I really like to do, is just write blogs. Oh, it's Good Friday. Oh, could I use that as an excuse? It's a good point. It is Good Friday. Why is Bishop Branch? Why is a bishop going to court on a Good Friday? That's a great point. Great point right there. Doesn't seem real. So, anybody else have any questions? I can see him popping up on the screen. He's not a real bishop. Anybody have any questions or anything they want to ask me? So yeah, the summation of tonight was that the Southeastern region. Oh, and by the way, one of the representatives was also not there, and we're gonna find him out because that's just as bad. Imagine just not showing up for this. I'm just not gonna show up and vote. How the hell does Tony Branch get to vote on this at all? Like, you get to vote on whether or not you're a deviant? Like, oh, shocking verdict on his part. No, I'm not going live tonight. Tomorrow I'm going live. So the regularly scheduled show is for tomorrow night. Because I wanted to save it for tomorrow so I could talk about court. And then we'll have Turtle Club on Thursday night. Yes, this does count as tonight's live. That's correct. So, actually, you know what? I might just pull over and answer questions. I'm about to get off the highway in a minute. But we'll keep talking for now. Where the hell am I? 495. About to get on 290. So tomorrow will be the live. Is that what 7-pounder is asking? And so who's coming with me? That's my question. So I think I'm almost positive. Don't hold me to this. I'm guessing it's April 26th is the next meeting. I'm guessing. Who's coming with me? We'll start a Facebook group for this, man. We will hold a freaking protest. We are going to email all of them, man. We are going to be relentless on them. Lawrence coming, excellent. We need to be loud and vocal about this and let the 4 other people know that is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yeah, Laura, I mean, Laura, if you want to jump on a Virgin airline, come across the pond over here. Sorry I missed you tonight, Laura Shaw. I mean, it happened real early. I'm like, I could confront him afterwards, but that seemed, I don't know when that's going to be, and I don't want to through 2 hours of this bullshit of them talking about boring stuff that has no interest, you know, no connection to my life. So, is this illegal to drive with the light on like this? I don't know. I guarantee the trolls will try to get me charged with it. Did you hear the news? He's driving with his light on in the car. That's another charge. Interesting. By the way, I'm still here. I just like to take that moment point. Still here. Still doing my thing. Completely unaffected. Nothing happened. There was no storm, nothing. There was nothing. That was all it was. It's basically a harassment campaign of innocent people. You know, people who have nothing to do with anything are just getting harassed and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm sorry if you did get harassed. I'm sorry that these psychopaths are so obsessed with me that they took it out on you. But at the end of the day, you know, you just ignore them, you block them. Problem solved. Like, they have no power at all whatsoever. So, anyway, now to get on 290 here. You guys have any other questions? In Florida, can't go. And yes, I have broken some big national news. Thank you to whoever pointed that out. So this is more of a small town story. Like, this would have, is Thomas new here or something? Does he not know about Turtleboy? I haven't been following the commentary. Do you guys have any other suggestions, strategy, about how we should handle this, because we need to make noise, man. We need to go, again, you have to beat leftists. Okay, so Thomas is new. So Thomas, go to the Turtleboy Daily News Facebook page. I would suggest, we have a pinned post at the top of it. I think that should be pinned at the top of it. Of the Turtleboy Daily News Facebook page. Of the top 10 most groundbreaking, newsworthy stories published in Turtleboy history. And we've done a lot of work, you know. We've done a lot of research. That's kind of my strength. I got sauces. So we've go and check out the top 10. We've done a lot, you know. The 4 highest ranking members of the Massachusetts State Police had to resign in disgrace because of a story that I broke. You know, we found out that a saucy and you know, a glow-in-the-dark state trooper became a state trooper because she was a former drug dealer, in spite of being a former drug dealer, because she blew the lieutenant colonel and got a job on there. That was another good one. She had to resign. Then she reemerged, and then she left again. Long story on that one. But check out that. There's been a lot of stories like that. The Kylie Kirkpatrick story, the Ron Tarantino, Jorge Zambrano, Ashley Sapio story that really nobody else talks about, nobody else writes about. The violence in Boston and Monica Cannon Grant story, that's obviously a recent one. And this one, you know, I wouldn't say this is the top 10 that I've ever done, because ultimately it's a smaller school district. But I definitely, actually, I didn't, this was not included in the top 50 list. I feel like it should probably be in there now at this point. But again, we got to put the fake bishop in the graveyard. Oh, for fuck's sake, this lane is ending by the Solomon Palm Mall. You guys ever go shopping yet? Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, so anyway, by the way, so if anybody's free tomorrow, wants to come hang out, you want to see a show, I'm kind of looking forward to court tomorrow with the DCF moms. It's different. I've been to court with Big Black Jeffrey so many times. I know what he's going to say. What I don't... What the fuck you honking at, jerk off? I got a tractor trailer here. Cutting in. Fucking asshole. Jerk off. God, I hate trucks. No offense, truckers. Like, truckers just need to go 40 and just accept the fact. I mean, what are you in the rush for? You get paid the same amount no matter what. Okay, now we're here. There's 3 lanes. 3 lanes. One of them is open. I'm going 35 on 290 right now. 35. Not a single person is working in either of these 2 lanes. I think I see shit up ahead. Way up ahead. What are they even doing? Nothing. They just shut those. Okay, now I can get in this lane. Assholes. Pardon my French. Why am I driving with my interior light on? I mean, I could turn it off, but kind of weird. Kind of weird if I do that. All right, anybody else have anything? I'm going to be pulling off in a minute. I can stop and answer questions and look at the phone. Actually, I got 2 phones, so I can do it that way. What exit are we at here? We're getting off at the 140 exit in 4 miles. So I'm going to jump off there, and I'll be able to read my phone a little bit more closely. But again, I don't know if what you guys have for suggestions. I'm all for it. As far as protesting this mofo, we gonna do that. Truckers are in a hurry. They get shit if they're late. Why? Don't they drive through the night? Okay, I still don't know. Let's see, they've changed anyway. Yeah, so again, I'm just still in shock. I can't wait to find out. I get home and research who these people are, because they're all getting exposed. The shirts. What shirts you talking? Oh, the DeSantis shirts. What shirts we talking about? Hopefully we get the shirts coming soon. The sex cult shirts. Again, this is tongue in cheek. I'm not an actual sex goblin, contrary to popular belief. What I do is when, certain mothers who lose half their kids to DZF, when they go on, who are just obsessed with me, when they go on rants and they accuse me of running alt-right toxic sex cults, instead of like responding to that, I just embrace it because it's freaking hilarious. It's quite the... I didn't know I had that kind of sexual power, to be honest with you, man. I knew I could start a cult one day, but I didn't think I could start like a sex cult. That's pretty cool. How can you say it's small if I started a sex cult too? That doesn't make any sense. And again, why are you always redacting the pictures? We see the extra emoji. That's fake news. You all know it's fake news. So, eat your heart out. Eat your heart out on that one. Oh, by the way, the Nets, we get to see who the Celtics are playing tonight, huh? Whoever wins this game. The Nets play tonight, I assume, right? It's probably going to be them. Fucking, I don't know why they didn't tank that last game. If you tank that last game, then you get the 4 seed, right? Because the Sixers won. So you'd play the Raptors. Although, what if Tatum's not jabbed? What if he's not climaxed? We don't know. Because you can't play up there if you're not. Stupid. Which, by the way, if that's their policy, then there should not be allowed to have NBA teams in Canada. That needs to change. There should be no more sports teams in Canada, period. Because Canada is a fake country that does no reason to exist whatsoever. It was just extra shit for England. That's all it was. Canada. We could have taken Canada if we wanted. You tell me we took Mexico, but we couldn't take Canada? You know why we didn't take Canada? We didn't want it. It's fucking cold. Nobody wants that shit. It's a fake country. Half of them speak French anyway. The fact that they get to so the NBA, which is an American league, the players are all American for the most part. Some European. But it's an American-centered league. I assume their headquarters are in the United States. This is not the NHL. And when we go there now, you have to follow their stupid Canada rules. Like, no. That's dumb. Now, I don't know. Do the Nets allow visiting players? Do the New York teams allow visiting players to do that? I'm going to pull into the Dragon 88 up here. You guys ever been to the Dragon 88? Stiffies there. Don't have more than 2 Mai Tais there. It will not end well for you, I promise you. This is how I get home. You take 290 to 140. We'll be home in 15 minutes. But I want to pull over and answer questions. Actually, I'm right next to the Dragon. I'm at the Gulf. The Gulf of Boylston. Boom. All right, let's check this out. Let's see the comments. Get a scorpion bolt. Now, you only get Mai Tais at the Dragon. You don't want more than 2, trust me. And you don't want the rum ones suck. Vodka Mai Tai, 2 Mai Tai, come on up. Okay. All right, so let's see what people are saying here. Are we saying we should all wear green shirts for the protest? Ooh, I like that. I'm going to have my pink pussy hat on. Your Facebook page warns people that you violated policy for, like, I saw that. You're a rebel if you like our page. Fauci says the new variant is reason for concern. Shocking. That guy will pretty much do anything to get back on TV, huh? Please don't fuck with our truckers. You'll cause a work stoppage. But why did that guy, so I'm like in the middle of his truck. And the lanes were converging, so you let me go. You're trying to get in my lane. Plus, you're running a fucking truck. What do you care? I heard about you from the prosecutor that you exposed. Which one? You'll have to be more familiar. There's been a few. Do you get reactions to the hat? You know, girl power, stuff like that. No, I really didn't get much. Can you give a brief summation of what happened tonight to those that logged on? Okay, so brief summation is that in a 5-4 decision, the Southeastern Regional School Committee elected not to censure Tony Branch and remove him as the chair of the school committee, despite the fact that he has credible allegations against him of statutory rape, the fact that he has declared bankruptcy, he's squatting in a foreclosed home, he's a complete degenerate, he has multiple identities, he has been accused of many women of grooming them, and they voted in a 5-4 decision not to censure him. And so I, at this point, have decided that, like, what's our next move? We can't be done with this. We need to protest. So in 2 weeks, they're going to have another meeting, and we going to protest. We going to protest. We're going to show up there, and I'm going to be leading it. We're going to have a big freaking protest, and we're all going to wear pink pussy hats. It's going to be great. Did you get to say anything to Branch? No, because I'm not waiting around. I'm not sitting there through 3 hours of budget shit just to confront them, you know? How about the new hostile takeover of Twitter? Love it. Love it. Love Elon. He's the man. Looks good on you. Think? I know. I do kind of like it. Maybe I was a feminist at heart. Unbelievable is right, TB. Absolutely. The online minutes didn't name who voted what. So I will be, don't worry. I got the video. I got everything with that. Okay. Did I miss anything else here? Turtle could answer that one about after the meeting. Okay. I'm not in a cult. You are in a cult. You're in a sex cult. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke. This isn't an actual sex cult, folks. Are you the Pope of the cult or not? We need to know. I love it. I love it. They're like, oh, he dressed up as the Pope. Yeah, it's a fucking joke. I'm not sure if you're familiar with comedy. I get you're a bunch of humorless assholes. But that's, you know, what we do. We satirize. Because, again, I'm not actually the Pope. So you're aware. He's not actually a bishop. So we're even. How old was Branch when he slept with her? She was 15. He was 36. 15. He was pretty pleased. I think he's taking a red pill. Who? Me? I took a red pill a long time ago. We only took Alaska because it's 8 miles from another ocean. And they have oil and they had gold back in the day, too. And it was cheap as shit. They got like $3 million. That's all Alaska cost. And they threw in the Midway Islands, too. Can you believe that? What a deal. What a deal. Okay, anything else I missed here? The Nets are up by 14 in the third. Shocking. Shocking outcome right there. Why does Masshole Report devote all their stories to you? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I guess they like me. Is this the infamous car that the trolls talk about? They talk about my car? What's wrong with my car? It's got 151,000 miles on it, man. I got trash everywhere in there. I need to clean this bitch. But it's still running, baby. Honda CR-V. I'm gonna need a new car eventually. I ride cars to the ground. I get every penny out of it that I can. What's next? The pandemic, Coin George? Oh, you tell me. Lived in Alaska for 3 years. Oh, I went on a cruise to Alaska, actually. We need a bullet list on Branch to post to those towns' Facebook pages. Yeah, you'll get one. You'll get one. I put bulleted lists in the blogs about them, so check it out. They probably talked about what you get up to in the car. What is that supposed to mean, Laura? What do I get? I drive in my car. Give me a break. Teddy Horace. Yeah, I met Teddy tonight. He was a good guy. He says they probably got to figure out how to present some community input at the school community meeting. That's another part. So I'll email them. That's a good point. And be like, so when does the community get to talk about this? Because the community should have addressed this. There's no community input whatsoever. What do you do in the car other than... I mean, what are you saying here? You're saying this is like... Is this where my sex cult takes place? Is that what you're asking me? Do I bone in the car? Is that what you're asking me, Suzanne? I never kiss and tell. I can't take you seriously with that off lap. Come on. You don't take me seriously? Come on. I won't... Opening day for the Sox on Friday, I won't watch a single game, man. I fucking hate the Red Sox. I hate what they stand for, the organization. I will not support an organization like that. No way. It's so easy for me to move on from the Red Sox. They talk about it on talk radio. No interest by... I used to love baseball too. Nope. Just go inside, you dork. I'm in a gas station. Go inside where? How's Janetti doing in Madness? His bracket goes tomorrow, doesn't he? Right now we're in the other bracket, so I could tell you some close ones. I'm gonna do that when I get home. So, remind me the 4 matchups that we're dealing with there. I'll tell you who's winning right now in the Rancho Madness brackets. Let's see. So that Monica right now, last time I checked, has 94% of the vote. I've never seen anyone win with that higher percentage. 94%. We all knew she was going to advance to the Sweet 16. 94%. I hope she loses in the next round. Because she's going to go up against another woman who's got like 75% of the vote. That the chick that slammed the baby in the crib and fucked her nephew, the Winchendon woman there, Krista Smith, she came on the show. Come on. She has to beat Monica. She's winning by like 75% right now. She's going to advance easily. That's going to be the next matchup. I'd never campaign for Ratchets. I'm campaigning for this bitch. If she loses, I'm going to be really upset. Really upset. The other 2 matchups were much closer, if I recall. Oh, I voted for the 7th seed, the Meriden Meat Mustang, against the Framingham Farrell family. That was a really close one. Last I checked, the Framingham Farrell family had like 54% of the vote. So it looks like they're going to advance. The other one was really close. It was the 3 seed against the 6 seed. Oh, the New Bedford Knife Whalers, the one that, you know, stabbed that chick. Like the big, and then they dropped their crack on the ground. They were the 6 seed going against the 3 seed. Remind me who the 3 seed was. They were pretty ratchet too. Oh, the Shelburne Falls incels, who were drunk at the Big Y. Last I checked in that, it was like 51-49. The New Bedford Knife Whalers were winning. So I'm going to go home and check that out. We'll have an official winner. And then Janetti's in the next one. Janetti goes. Again, if Janetti loses, he better not lose. Let me see here. When Janetti's... Okay. Let's see. So Janetti will be tomorrow. And he'll be going against... He'll be going against Guns N' Roses. Then we'll have the Ludlow Slug Pump Sister, who won by 1 vote against the Rigo Brothers. I like the Rigo Brothers in that. The Fall River Fallopian Fish Bowlers. That chick was pretty ratchet. Against the Southside Slam Pig Mom, 11 seed. That could be interesting. She's the lowest seed left remaining. Then we got the Norfolk Horsefucker against the North Providence Biker Mom, she was in a blog today. Could that influence the votes? Is that cheating? I don't know. So that's going to be a good one too. Okay. You should tell Janetti that Branch is planning to kidnap his son and turn him into a girl. Unleash Janetti. Yeah, that's what we need. that will bring some sanity to all this. Monica is the Michael Jordan of Ratchets. I know. Except more dominant, kind of, you know? At least Michael Jordan had Karl Malone, people who brought him to 6 games. Somebody's got to give her a run, please. I'm getting too thin? I'm not thin at all. I got to lose some weight, actually. I'm so excited to see the great moms tomorrow. I bet you are. Let's see. Keep the CRV until the car market levels off. You think it's going to level off? I hope so. Because the car prices right now are insane. Okay, Didi Delgado needs to be a play match. Well, she hasn't done anything super ratchet lately. That's the thing. Monica will win. Well, yeah, she's a huge favorite. But there are people, I would vote over her. I would vote for this crib thrower bitch over her. I would vote for the Framingham Farrell family over her and the Meriden Meat Mustang over her. If she gets to the Final Four, then she would have 𝗕𝗫cie Kelly potentially to go against. That's a tough one. Tough one. There's also, Jannetty, man. Jannetty, come on. Jannetty's the most ratchet person I've ever seen in my life. Nothing compares to JSD Michael Jannetty. Come on. If he doesn't win, I quit. I don't really quit, but I kind of quit. Mike Jannetty is if you were to look up the word ratchet in the dictionary, it would be him. Like, Monica Cannon Grant, for all her faults, is not a crackhead. That's a major aspect of being a ratchet, is you have to have a drug addiction. You should have a drug addiction. At some point, you should have lost your children to DCF. Has that happened to Monica? I don't know. She's going to jail. That would have a little to do with it. Monica's a criminal, a thug, a piece of shit, a social justice warrior, a horrible, ugly person, and that's why she gets all the votes. But come on. She is not more ratchet than Mike Jannetty. Mike Jannetty is, dude, he got in a hit and run on Facebook Live looking for me and said, I'm out. He nodded off while rapping in a drive-through line. I be looking fresh with them feds watching. He had somebody, probably himself or his girlfriend, put a knife to his throat. And so he could falsely coerce a rape confession out of himself. Then he, without a knife to his throat, he confessed to rape. He also did that without a knife to his throat. Come on. Mike Jannetty is the most ratchet. I've been doing this for 8 years. I've never seen anyone as ratchet as him. He is as ratchet as it gets. Come on. Monica can't. Less like she is the Vince Wilfork. She's not like Michael Jordan. She's Vince Wilfork. By the way, Lionel, I sent you a DM on Instagram. So look at that. I'll be looking fresh with them feds watching. She did use her child as a shield against police. That's very ratchet. I'm not doubting that Monica Cannon Grant is not a ratchet, but he stole Caitlin's back-to-school money, but only because she stole his. Don't forget that. A lot of people forget that. I think people, Bob C. says, I think people lose track of what being ratchet truly is sometimes. That's a fair point. I think people get too caught up in the, I hate you. That's a big thing. Like Calvina Struthers is pretty ratchet, but it just, I feel like there are stronger ratchet resumes out there. Like, dude, I'm so mad about the Medford Queef Hog Quarry. Dude, I understand Harmony Montgomery parents are piece of shit junkie trash, and that's why people voted for them, right? Is because you hate them. And this is not hate madness. This is ratchet madness. So people are voting for Harmony Montgomery's parents because they killed a fucking kid. Let's be honest, that's what they did. And then they lied about it. So it's easy to hate them. But the Medford Queef Hog Quarry, she's got it all, man. She lost her kids. She's got substance abuse issues. She crashed into another car. And then wrote on Facebook while she was drunk, next time I'm going to hit you harder. Then she came on the live show and repeatedly blamed the victim over and over again. She has an OnlyFans account, even though she's like fucking morbidly obese. and disgusting. She's so ratchet, man. She's glorious, and she's gone. She's just eliminated. We just forgot about her. She didn't make the Sweet 16. Oh, not happy about that one. So I think Harmony Montgomery's parents are going to beat Calvina Struthers. That is my first major upset alert of Rancho Madness. Did the Pud puller get ID'd? Shockingly, no. Somebody messaged me today. Oh, I swear to God this happened. And I don't want to shit on this woman, but it's funny. We had a good laugh over it. She goes, I think I know who it is. So she sends me a screenshot of a conversation on Facebook, and some guy goes, oh, I recognize that guy. It's Dick Hertz from Holden. And she sends me a Facebook page of a guy she found in Holden named Richard Hertz. She's like, he lives in your town. And I'm like, oh, no, it's Dick Hertz from Holden. Get it? She's like, oh, my God. We haven't found him yet. No. That was the funniest live show scene. That was a great one, man. There was some good live shows in the past, you know? Yeah, we need to have a Ratchet Madness trophy winner. You're right about that. Rachel should have won last year and better. She made the Final Four, but she lost to Monica. Monica's a fucking... She got like 36% of the vote, which is the highest that anybody got against her. Then Monica beat in the finals Big Black Jeffrey. Gaga. Toto. Sniper on the roof. Have you guys seen the Genetti? Can we watch... Hey, I think Chronic Ironic sent it to me. Can you send me the Genetti video? Can we watch it together real quick? Of the Genetti's greatest hits. Oh my God, that's too funny. Chronic Ironic, send me, can you please DM me the Genetti commercial? Do I have it? When she crashed a car and went full ratchet, she was best. She's, oops, I'm out. Oops. Oh my gosh. That's true. That's true. Rachel Rollins got more votes in Ratchet Madness than she did in the Senate. That's pretty sad. Okay. I know it's here somewhere. Chronic. Sniper on the roof. Oh, got it. Okay, here we go.
All right, this is Mike Gambino Giannetti. Is your teenage girlfriend giving you a hard time about never growing up? Are you suffering from arrested development and long for the early years? Well, here's the album for you. Trapping with Mike, the greatest hits. Featuring such hits.
Wait, oh, hit the wrong button. I meant to do volume. Featuring such hits as what?
Says Sniper on the Roof, the living room version. Snipers on the roof. Snipers on the roof. Shoot Aidan, Kearney, bullet. Sniper on the roof, the cow version. And Candy Slept with me in the shower, then before in the bed, she looked at my penis. I wanted to get high on crack. I tried to put it in. She was nodding out. I didn't even get it in. Pulled it out. Where you going? Starts banging her head off the head. Off the thing. That was a fun one. Get fresh with them feds watching. Do whip, yeah. Go back in time with this here. In a 5-foot radius of me, I'm untouchable, unbreakable like Willis. Leave you broken and hopeless like glass man. Samuel Jackson. I'm smashing your chick, then I'm dashing. Get a little crazy in the backseat with your anti-Semitism. Ask me why I'm still here. Get ready for C, not wicked as me. I was always the king of HP.
Always the king of HP.
That's the right, you see the record? The number one hit. Keep an eye on your kids. I don't fuck kids, by the way. Amber Alert.
How awesome is that? I don't fuck kids, by the way.
You hacked on my phone want to take a picture of my dick? Oh, really? Oh, now we'll throw it in the bathroom version. Sniper on the roof. And of course, Sniper on the roof. Kitchen version. Everybody kidnap my son and make him a transgender baby. Are you crazy? European dance sensation. Right there.
Okay, I gotta post that later. It goes on and on like that. It goes on and on like that. It's you guys haven't seen that before? I gotta share that video. It's too good. The Genetti. Ah! Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Anyway, so cool. All right, guys. So I'm gonna call it an evening now. I guess it doesn't look like anybody else has any more questions. Nice cover photo there, Laura. I can't believe I haven't shared it yet either. So, anyway, guys. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Then we'll talk about court again. Sorry, we won't have many blogs tomorrow because court all day. So, we'll talk then. Peace, Turtle Riders.